Hello to you, my fellow Dark Ones. How are you guys doing today? How's life? If you guys remember, last episode we did manage to make the Nethengeic Mythic Void Resource Miner. And today what we're going to focus on is going to be the Nethengeic Fluid. You know, in order to get a Divine Star so that we would be able to make a rocket assembling machine and go to the moon. So, how do we proceed? We need to do a bit of Thaumcraft. So in order to make the Nethengeic Fluid, what we need is the Nethengeic Rune, correct? That requires transformation powder from the Twilight Forest. So this is one recipe and we already have the machine for it, but the machine is incredibly buggy, so I can't really use this recipe. The other method of obtaining the transformation powder is through something called Starfield Gem. And yes, it does require something called Harbinger Coldstone. And that requires something called Meatballcraft, which is an ingot slightly worse than Adamanite. Long story short, we need Adamanite, at least 4 of them. Oh, and by the way, I have upgraded my flux condensers into the flux distiller, because we actually had a lot of flux over here. Oh, and talking about void jars, this tooltip is wrong. Adamanite does not give you 4000 capacity, it gives you 2000. This is Meatballcraft. I have checked all the essentials and it does seem we have enough. Let's start making some Adamanite. I have 4 speed upgrades and this is the speed. And it's always unstable. Well, we got the one. 3 more to go. Okay, so this is Adamanite. Now we need Meatballcraft. And oh boy, it does require a lot more essential. Less than Adamanite, I do admit. So this is a brand new aspect. Oh, it comes from spawn eggs. Oops, not all of them. Later on we have to start farming Essentia. It's just that it's not amazing. Because I have 1 crop and it gives you like a few crystals. This time it only gave me 1. But Dragonheart has it. Okay, we do need to sacrifice a bit. Yeah. That should be plenty. Let's see if we can at least craft the 1. Nothing comes in. Oh, it's coming in. Okay, cool. It was a teeny tiny glitch. Honestly speaking, this was way easier. We have the Meatballcraft. Now we need the Crimson Gem. We already have 3 of them. It can be duped. But yeah, let's just find 2 more. One we will use for the Coldstone and the other one we will keep for duping later on. There should be plenty of Crimson Portals in the overworld. I'm not picky. Apparently there is a law in Minecraft that the thing that you're looking for the most is the rarest thing. Can't find a single one. We dupe it. And for now, you just grow over here. I just want some essence. It just grew twice and gave me 27 essence. But yeah, this is how we would be able to dupe the Crimson Gem. So that brings us to the final part of the Harbinger Coldstone, the crystal. It does drop from cubes in the final Twilight Forest castle. Well, we have been to a castle, not this one. But I guess this one also counts. Let's go in and check. Where's the cube? That's the cube. Oh, the knockback is going to be a pain. Oops. Where am I? Blindness for 15 seconds. Okay, I killed the cube. Did you drop it? Yes, he did. Perfect. So, ladies and gentlemen, here is my Coldstone. And for obvious reasons, we're just going to do this far, far away from base. We will do it in the desert. It's nice and flat. Oh, okay. I guess we don't care about the Twilight Forest. We do it here. Crimson Portal. Why? Hello, boys. So many of them. I kind of need my bow. That's a hammer. Yeah, the bow is way better. We go in. Shut up. This is a semi-horrible design. I can't see anything. I guess that's the point. On a very positive note, we're going to get tons of primordial pearls. Oh, there's a chest. Oh, we have it. There's more chests. What? Oh, Tree of Time sapling. Didn't know you can get it. This was a horrible idea. Came to the top. Well, we have what we need. Let's go home. So this item that we got can be duped using Charms of Keeping. Charm of Keeping 1 gives you 1, which is garbage. Charm of Keeping 2 gives you 8. And Charm of Keeping 3 gives you 64. I have set up one of the loot fabricators to make us the Charm of Keeping 2. We can have a pattern for 3. So let's dupe 64 of them. And then we're going to have a pattern. 4 Charms of Keeping equals a stack. This has to be done in a crafter, not with the applied energistic system, otherwise it's going to get confused. I have set up a few crafters over here. I was ready for this. We shall have a pattern like so, and external C. So you will work, right? Yeah, you just need speed upgrades for the extraction. So this Starfield Gem that we got is amazing, because that's going to give us transformation powder almost for free. So here is a pattern for transformation powder. We also need the Raven Feather, so there you go. What else do you give me? Oh my goodness, Maze Wafer. I don't need that stupid machine ever again. Well, for now, these are good enough. So far we have done all of this in order to make the Nethengeic Rune so that we can make the fluid. Runes of Fire are fine, Transformation powder is now fine. Now we need the dreaded steel. So dreaded steel is a combination of 3 ingots. One of them is dreadite, which is super easy to make, ice dragon steel, and fire dragon steel. And oh boy, this is gonna be fun. So first things first, this is dreadite. It's a combination of dreadium and uranium oxide, which now that we are doing this, here is a pattern for uranium oxide. Dreadite can only be done in an induction smelter, which is a shame because these things are a bit slow. Now we need to set up a few dragon forges, and unfortunately, I don't have an ice dragon heart. Let's see if we can find an ice spikes biome. 2000 blocks. That way. The thing is, I haven't seen a single ice dragon. I have the blood, I bought it from villagers. But as for the actual dragon, no. Oh, it was actually pretty close. That's a good start. The mausoleum. And that's our first ice dragon. Give me your heart. Yes. Yeah, I just got the quest. But let us scan the frozen gravel and try to find more. There's nothing underground, which has me worried. There's another one here, right? Yep. Hello, blue person. Honestly speaking, this should be the final one that we need. After that, we don't really care. We can have our dragon forge. Whoa, ninja dragon. Actually, I also need you. They drop rosite, and I need rosite. It's an ingot from Advent of Ascension. Oh, now you find the Crimson Portal. Come on, you find things that you're not looking for. That is the law of Minecraft. Now that we have the ice dragon heart, which was the only thing I was missing, because yeah, we do have a ton of fire dragon hearts, what should we do? One of them is Dragon Fire Forge, and what does it do? It makes us the Eternal Dragon Fire. And what does the Eternal Dragon Fire do? Well, it's going to power the Dragon Fire Crucible. That's basically what we want. So what does this do? Well, it is going to give us Dragon Blood, Dragon Steel, and most importantly, the dreaded steel ingot, the thing that we want. So if you guys remember, the way that you would make some dragon forge bricks, which we need a lot of them, you're going to need tons of scales. Thankfully in this mod pack there is a cheaty recipe using pristine ender dragon matter to get scales. So you just get some red dye, surrounded with pristine matter, and voila, dragon scales. And I guess if you use bone meal, it's going to be white for ice dragons. So I think generally speaking, we're doing fine. We have so many dragon scales, although they don't really last that long, is the thing. So ladies and gentlemen, that is our Dragon Crucible. This is what is going to make us the Dragon Steel, and that is the Dragon Forge. And we do have 2 Dragon Forges. Why? I will explain to you. So the main job of the Dragon Forge is to make the Eternal Dragon Fire, which is something that we need immediately. But unfortunately, there are 2 other recipes for it, so maybe we need another one later on. But one of them is Primal Mana and the Twilight Fire. So this is why I decided to make 2 of them, but there are also upgrades. One of them is the Midnight Smeltery, and that is for the Dragon Forge, and it will increase the output by 8 times. Which honestly for us it's a must, because the recipes that we have in order to produce Eternal Dragon Fire are not amazing. The ones which are available to us at least. For example, this one is amazing, but I have no idea how to get it. Okay, it's another dimension. But in any case, the ones that we can use are going to give us 100 millibuckets. And whenever you want to make 1 dragon steel ingot, you need an entire bucket. So yeah, that was an upgrade for us, and unfortunately I could only afford 1. It's expensive. I don't even have it for my Essentia smeltery. Actually, we're going to put it down here, like so. Are you still valid? Perfect. The other upgrade is a block of Adamonite. That's going to increase the speed of the crucible. So how are we going to automate the Eternal Dragon Fire? Well, we are going to go with this recipe, which means that we need to have a connection from our applied energistic system over here for an interface. The interface is going to continuously export 1 stack of flammable dust, 1 stack of divine shards, and 1 stack of nether stars. On the input hatch, we're going to have a limited item filter to only allow 1 stack of items inside. And then, you know, we just extract. We should only be able to keep 1 stack of items inside at any given time, which is good. And that is our Eternal Dragon Fire. Perfect. That has to be pumped into the crucible, and now we can easily set up patterns. For automating the Dragon Crucible, we're going to use an ender chest. So an interface, and I have marked it with a skull so that I know where it goes. And now we just need patterns for different types of dragon blood, and also a pattern for different types of dragon steel. We put all the patterns in, and let's see if we can order some. Yes, garbage is going into the ender chest. They go into the forge, and it's being crafted. Perfect. We just need to import them back into the system, because I forgot. So everything is off the list. Now we need the Nethengeic Rune. I think first off, let's give it a test. See how it works. Do I get my fire runes back? Yeah, I'm not exactly sure, but here's what we're going to do. We're going to have a runic altar, we're going to have an open crate, then we're going to have a dropper like so, pointing into a hopper, going into an open crate. If we have a comparator and a block, and one piece of redstone on top of the block, whenever the runic altar is ready to accept the living rock, we should be able to power the dropper, correct? I have an automated living rock. But theoretically speaking, if we have a bunch and redo the recipe, we should get one living rock, right? Mana. I forgot mana. But yeah, if we give it mana, didn't get the living rock. Maybe I picked it up. Oh no, it's there. Okay. Yeah, I did pick it up. So the system is going to be super simple. Whenever the runic altar is ready to receive a living rock, we're going to dispense a living rock into the open crate. For the other ingredients, I also have 2 more droppers. This is a very janky system and it's semi-manual, but we're going to have a filter for dreaded steel ingots going into one dropper and transformation powder going into the other dropper. For a bit of simplicity, which is ironic, we're going to have a phantom vase linked to a wooden storage crate over here. So if I put some steel and some powder inside, they should go into the droppers, correct? Perfect. We are going to have a hovering hourglass with 15 sand, so it's going to be active every 15 seconds and activate the droppers. That should drop the ingredients. Perfect. We get the rune. For some reason, the living rock doesn't drop. It says it's powered. Don't know why. Okay, so hear me out. Let's remove the runic altar for 1 second. I still have a comparator going into a block, going into the dropper. Ignore the potentiometer. If I press the button, I will get a living rock. If the rune is being crafted, I don't get my living rock. Ah, you get locked. Took me a while to understand that. Yeah, I just extended it by a bit. Instead of powering the dropper, which is also powering the hopper, we're powering this block. And there's no quasi connectivity, so we're not powering the hopper, and it works. In any case, I do have a floating hopper hawk down there, you can't see it right now, with an item frame for the rune of fire, so it's gonna pick up the runes of fire and put it back inside the open crate. We're going to have an ender chest with 1 more floating hopper hawk, and what this guy is going to do is that he's not going to pick up the rune of fire or the living rock. So it's only going to pick up the Nethengeic rune. It's just that we have to configure you. Yep. So as long as I'm providing this guy with dreaded steel and transformation powder, this should be automatic. We got the garbage and we will get the rune. Perfect. And it should go on a loop. Yes. Lovely. The reason that this is a janky setup and it's semi-manual is that this is not the best recipe for Nethengeic fluid. The best one is from Sednanite. But we have to do this for a while until we get to Sedna. The planet, and not the person. So we have the Nethengeic rune, now we need the fluid. And for that we needed a brand new machine, the Dreading Crucible. And yes, that is the Nethengeic fluid. Finally. So every iteration of this recipe is going to give us 8 buckets of Nethengeic fluid. Every iteration of the resource miner is only going to consume 50 millibuckets, so that's good. Meaning that even though it's not hyper efficient, at least it's going to last for a while. Where's the stupid resource miner? You. Also, maybe we should fill one of the outputs with garbage, so that we do get everything in here. Total energy consumption, 65,000 RF. Holy. So what do we get? That's nice. Dense redstone. Oh, and by the way, I actually have been told that we should break all the controllers and do this. Then it's going to cause less lag for some reason. You know, this millisecond, microsecond, this hasn't changed. But okay. I can live with that. So the garbage that we're getting over here should go into an ender chest, and later on I should filter everything. I have been talking on the phone for a few minutes. I got myself a cup of coffee and still we don't have a star. Is it going to be that rare? Probably. We will get it eventually, so I'm not worried. I just spent a teeny tiny bit of time over here to clean up the room, partially at least. And I do have a wonderful news. We got the star. Just the one. Divine star. Finally. Does this mean we can go to the moon? Not really. That is because using the Divine Star, what we can do is that we can make the rocket assembling machine, but that's it. Yes, we need the other gizmos, but if you look at the recipe of a concrete block from Advanced Rocketry, you might notice a problem. We need something called water egg. That comes from a water-duped egg, and that requires vial of pheromones. Long story short, we need an alveary, and we need a brand new bee, a few of them at least. So I thought one of the things that I'm going to do is that we're going to have an applied energistic system over here, together. We need an independent system so that I don't really get confused that much. And well, one of the first things that we're going to do is that we're going to take our genetic sampler, hook it up to an interface like so, and now we need to gather some genetic samples. So lifespan elongated, that's good. You go in the crate and we shall gather your samples. We're looking for good traits. For example, vanilla flowers is nice, especially for the stupid mushroom guys. Effects are none, which is amazing. I don't get poisoned. Production fast. Fast is good. The ones which do have good traits that we can extract, we're going to extract their DNA and that goes into our system. The ones which do not really have an amazing trait get recycled, which incredibly slowly is going to give us liquid DNA. And we will use that to breed better bees. So that is something that I have to do for the foreseeable future until I would be able to gather enough samples to create the best bees. But let us also get focused on the concrete, or basically the vial of pheromones for water. So it comes from water bee, not watery bee, which is apparently different. Okay, good. Oh, it's these ones, the ones underwater. Well, at least the pheromone itself does not require an additional bee, but the process does. We need to make an alveary, and I think we need an industrial princess or something, but that is one water hive, and you're the wrong one. I think if we go to the ocean, we're going to have far better options. Yeah, plenty. Ah, this is gonna be painful. I hate this. Oh, water princess, pristine stock. That was nice. Just in case, let us try to get more. Oh, also pristine stock. Oh, one of them is garbage. You're garbage. Let us go home and see how I can make an alveary. In order to make an alveary, we're going to need a few things. So I have installed a few machines over here to get honey and to get seed oil. Also, we are centrifuging the honeycombs. We're getting honey drops and bee wax, which at this very moment, it's not incredibly useful. But in order to make the alveary itself, what we're going to need is scented paneling. And that requires pollen clusters. Awesome. So pollen clusters come from various bees, but the best one that I have in mind is going to be the industrial one. We need the diligent queen. Well, we need 2 of them. That is because we need to convert one of them into unwary so that we would be able to mix them again to get the industrious. So she's going to give us the pollen that we want. You can be automated, and I guess for the moment a few production upgrades, why not? For the moment there's really not much I can do. I'm just making some impregnated casings for the alveary and that's it. We have to wait for that stupid pollen. It's gonna take a lot of time. Wait, 8 gives you 1 block, and I need 27, and I just have 1 pollen. It hasn't been that long. I have been collecting some genetic samples, and thankfully our industrial bee has generated some drones. I have also collected some samples from them, and we have the species Industrious. So if we take a genetic template, we can mix it with Industrious. So this is going to be 1 out of 13 chromosomes, and the species is going to be Industrious. I want it to be a cave dwelling so that we can put it in a hut. Rain tolerance is high. Territory, I guess average, I don't care. Fertility 2, I want more drones. Bee effects, none, so that I don't get poisoned. And there should be one which is fast. The production is fast. Can I search fast? Yes. Speed is fast. So first things first, let us make a copy of this, just in case I have done a boo-boo. It's the genetic transposer. In the genetic imprinter, I should be able to convert this into a bee, but I think I need all the chromosomes. So we're missing lifespan. Can be long? We don't have long. Well, for now, you can be short. I don't care. Humidity tolerance should be fine. Flowering slowest. And sleep, never sleep. Let's see if we have all 13. Oh, we're missing something. Temperature. And here is some temperature tolerance, I guess. I haven't done gender 3 in a very long time. I'm sorry. Let's try to make another copy. We throw this one away. And let us see if we can actually make a bee. Perfect. There was liquid DNA in this one. 1 bucket. But this should be a decently fast industrial bee. Oh, you're garbage. How did you become garbage? Well, as usual, there is a thing. Genetic stabilizer. On a very positive note, she's garbage, but she's not going to die. So first off, remember, I didn't have all the genetic samples. That takes a lot of time. So the bee I just made is literally garbage. But ignore the progress bar, because this one has a very short life. And I kind of forgot that I have the lifespan upgrade inside. But she gave me 5 pollen clusters. And in the same time, this one, which is unmutated, gave me only 1. So that kind of worked. So after I get all the upgrades, she's going to be an amazing bee. The problem is that I actually forgot. Every time that you make a bee, it's not going to be pristine stock, so you need the genetic stabilizer. But I think, yeah, we should be able to start making our scented paneling. The first few ones, it's gonna be slow. And I think I need hundreds of them. Less than 200. The pollen is the bottleneck. I did mention that I'm going to need just under 200 of this scented paneling, and I'm wrong. You need 216. It's not that bad, but I think we will do better if we have a better bee. You know, I already copied the gene sample, so we can have one more. Oh, it doesn't consume the template. My bad. I think we just need 1 more bucket of DNA, and that's it. Yeah. Okay, you're garbage then. Also, I have been checking. There are a few bees that we can get, and they're going to give us the fast gene. Well, not fast, but I think it was faster. Well, long story short, one of them is called Red Bee, and he drops it. Fastest is actually going to be the most difficult, but we will try to get that one too, later on. For now, maybe I'm going to just work on getting the red drone. It's not that difficult. Common Princess Diligent. I have Diligent on me. That is the Red Queen. We get rid of you. You keep stinging me. Too hot. Oh yes, of course it's too hot. Since we really want to have drones, I'm going to install lifespan upgrades. We just have this B, not for the red dye, for the genetics. The JEI is sometimes very confusing, but yeah, I have a better plan. The fastest gene can also drop from light blue drones. How do you get light blue? Well, apparently you need a white princess, which is wintry and diligent. My inventory. I had an extra diligent. Ah, it's here. So wintry and diligent should give us white. I already got the blue one. Once we mix these two, I will have light blue. The white queen is dead, so this is light blue. And this is what I wanted. Fastest. She will generate us hopefully enough drones and we will get the fastest gene. Although by that time I will have all of my pollens, probably. We are getting the pollen clusters at a decent rate. And I do have 7 drones for the light blue. Are we gonna get the fastest? Please, I really need that. For all of my bees. It's been a while. I guess all of them have been processed. Oh, 3 left. We still have a chance. Okay. I think they're gone. Oh, 1 left. You're the one. Do something with your life. What's left of it? No. So sad. We will get that gene anyways. It's just gonna take a very long time. But in the meantime, we do have 13 alveoli blocks. We can make a bit more, but just a bit. 18. We need 9 more. I literally just got it. Fastest. We should make copies, definitely. I need it for every single bee. I have this genetic template. Can I upgrade it? I can. I didn't know that. So from now on, I can just have a template and change every single species. But here is one industrial queen, and she is the fastest. Perfect. So you guys are not needed. You will do. What did I tell you? I did tell you that we are going to get the fastest gene, but we will get our panels before that. And yeah, that's kind of true. It is very true that we are still crafting it, but it's because I forgot about the honey. Other than that, we have enough clusters. But don't you worry, that gene is going to be super useful in the future. Okay. We exactly have 27. As usual, this is a very temporary setup because I have never ever made an alveoli, but I'm assuming it's like a coke oven. It's not like a coke oven. It's not hollow in the middle. My bad. Oh, the thing is, we actually need to be able to install panels in this. And I don't really think in this one you can. You do need to upgrade it, right? I should have actually checked. What kind of flowers do you want? Lily pads. Here is a lily pad. Are you happy? Probably. Yeah, we need a block in order to install frames. We take the queen out. Here is the alveoli frame holder. And now we need this one, the pheromone frame. Yeah. I'm getting the quest. I know. And the frame goes here? How would you get the pheromone? I'll wait. Ladies and gentlemen, vial of pheromones. Water. That is exactly what we needed. That's water-doped egg, which is going to give us the water egg, and we're done. One of the things which has me worried about this mod pack is that how are you really supposed to finish this? Because it gets very laggy. I had to restart my client again. I mean, the thing is, in the quest line, we're here. The quest line goes up to here. I don't really want to know how the end game is going to look like. Well, that's not really important. The important part is we can make concrete. At least that is my assumption. Do we have mud? Yeah, it's not amazing, but this will do. This was the most expensive concrete I have ever made. I'm just saying. We have 52. That should be enough in order to make a 7x7 launch pad. For the moon, that should be more than enough. I think. Well, obviously, if we need more, I can always make more. But today we did manage to make concrete, so I'm assuming next episode we can actually go to the moon. If there is not a super crazy recipe somewhere. I don't really know, because you don't really expect concrete to be difficult. But with that, ladies and gentlemen, I think it's also a good time to wrap up the episode. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it. Till the next one. Bye bye.